our patches, the foundation of them is actually rooted in traditional Chinese medicine. Because when you look at our clinical studies, you see that, we use TCM, we use those different acupuncture points and meridians to be able to show the effectiveness, as Dr. Mario mentioned, on how these patches are impacting the organs and the systems in the body. So I would love for you to share your background, and then just let me know whenever you would like me to pop open your screen. I have your slides ready to go. So we're excited to hear what the East says about this technology and how it can help the heart.
Good. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Stacy, for inviting me as your guest to your Zoom call today. So, so my name is Dr. Pamela Peirce. I'm a doctor of acupuncture, and I'm a licensed acupuncturist in the state of Florida. So I've been in practice for almost 14 years. So my specialty is chronic pain, neurology, neurological disorder, and hormonal disorder. So, men and female and male. Okay, so I was introduced with LifeWave back in December last year. So my friend reached out to me back in May, but I was like so busy. I was like, just put them aside. And then when I had my break during December timeframe, I was like, basically like entertain the idea. And then I tried the first patch. That was the X39. So I was like, wow, what is this? And it basically like, wake me up, like basically like, if you feel like a different person. So I was like trying to find the information for that. I said, what is this? So basically, when I learned about the copper peptide, I was like, man, this is like basically what I've been trying to like create. Like this is like acupuncture and moxibustion in one patch. Like this is no brainer. So basically you don't have to carry your infrared light, because in clinical setting, right? So when you treat patients, I use infrared light to basically like help, stimulate the process, or like help support the process. And you use moxibustion. So some probably not sure what is moxibustion. Moxibustion is basically heat therapy. It's a mugwort herb that you put on the specific point to stimulate, like basically create the heat so it travels faster through the meridian. So, but I think David Smith read all the ancient texts and just put it in one patch. And I was like, well, this is no brainer. So all I got to do is basically just like put them on the specific point that I already know the combination. Obviously, I know many combinations. So like today, I'm going to share a few of them with you guys and how I use it in clinical settings. Okay, so this is what we're going to cover today. So we're going to cover briefly on how the traditional Chinese medicine view heart. And then we're going to go like briefly on how we do that in clinical application. Then I provided 4 examples over here on how I use the acupuncture points together with the patches, and I provide, sign and symptoms. So obviously the sign and symptoms is very general, but some of these symptoms is just like out of your mind, like, somebody has that? Yes, I do see some of these symptoms in the clinical setting. So that's the reason why, I know to go to check their heart before I, make, the actual diagnosis. Okay, so in brief, the way the Chinese medicine, the traditional Chinese medicine view the heart is basically you have to know where is the location. The heart is located on the chest and enclosed by the pericardium. So basically we look at the pericardium as the protector of the heart. Okay, so in TCM, the function of the organ is to govern the blood vessel. Basically, like it holds the blood vessel so it won't like splash away, and also store the spirit, and it opens through the tongue. So it means the heart propels the blood through the blood vessel. Okay, so that's how you get like a good heart. Like you don't have any pain. If you have good blood flow in the heart, you don't have pain or palpitation, all that stuff. And also it governs consciousness and mental activity. So in clinical, in ancient texts, it says, if your heart is disturbed, right, your spirit cannot reside. That's how they concluded that if somebody has mental activity, mental disturbance, right, the heart is disturbed. So that's when we come in and make sure put the specific point to help this patient. So again, ancient texts also said the heart is great governor of the 5 viscera and 6 bowels and is the board of the spirit. So this is how important heart is. If your heart is not working properly, all the other organs gonna fail. So all the other organs gonna be upset. So you have to take care of your heart. Okay, so in clinical setting, the heart channel, we mainly use the heart points or the heart channels basically for the disorder of the heart and chest, for mental or any emotional disorders or any type of internal heat. When we say internal heat, we basically look at the tongue because some people say, oh, my tongue, I got ulcer, I got all these kind like tongue cancer. It's also, you know, probably has to do with heart problem as well. So this is gonna be the first case, first combination. So this is very important. This is basically like, I'll teach you the location. So this is gonna be for any cardiac pain, any palpitation, PVC, okay, any chest stuffiness, right? You feel it like right there and you just like feel uncomfortable. So you can, you know, the location for the heart 8, 6, and 7, right? Which I combined the SI11. So the first one is on the right. I always combine the right and left because we have to make sure the right brain is talking to the left and then the left is talking to the right. So you don't have to be very specific. The way you locate, you just remember the pinky, right? And then you get to the midi part. So this is all the heart 5, 6, and 7. So all you got to do, you just take one patch and you put it over there. Don't overthink. You just put it over there and you feel the stimulation right away. Not stimulation, like feeling good. Like, oh, okay, all right. But and I combine that with X39. I love X39s on the SI11. SI11 basically like on your scapular blade, right in the middle. If you press your scapular blade right now on the left, it's gonna be sore. Why? Because everybody is anxious about whatever in their life right now. So if you press it over there and you put X39, you're gonna feel like a little bit radiating, like soothing thing, like just open up the chest and it makes you like grounded. Okay. Okay, so the next one is more on heat presentation. So this is for any type of rashes, like you go see the dermatologist and then dermatologist said, no, you're good. You know, they give you tons of medication and you still have these rashes. Like, I don't know where's these rashes coming in from. So basically, this is the thing. You have heat in the heart, so you have to reduce the heat from the heart. So I use glutathione for this one. Because the glutathione has the property of like remove the toxin. So heart 8 is basically like on the right. All you gotta do, use your pinky. You just like do it over there. If you press it over here, you're gonna feel it like painful. This is true if you been angry all week. Yeah, like there is like pent up emotion. Like you angry and you're not satisfied with life. So if you press the point right now over here, you're gonna feel it tender. So you can put glutathione over there and you feel like right away. So anyway, moving forward. So I like to combine them with spleen 2. Spleen 2 on the base of the feet. So your big toe, this is your big toe. So it's gonna be like right there. If you press it right now, right, you're gonna feel a little bit tender on that area. So I love X39 on that area because X39 has the property of like rejuvenate the area, like just send the information and it travels and reduce the pain. At least this is true in my case. Okay, things happen in life, and when you're like, oh my God, I need to get this one done, blah blah blah. So if you need like a little bit grounding, so you just put one patch on your heart aid, and then one patch on the spleen 2. I call it spleen 2. It basically clears some damp heat, especially on the lower part of your body. Okay, the third one is, so this is mostly on if you're doing some detoxification. So this is very good if you have too much phlegm. What I mean by phlegm, right? First, if you have an unresolved grief. What I mean by unresolved grief, we probably 5 years ago, somebody died, or somebody like got divorced, or somebody like, major things happen in his life. So you basically just put it aside, right? You have it in your chest, but you think you like good because you have this medication to like help you suppress everything. But actually, you're not actually healing or addressing the root of the problem. So if you put these 2 points, AON on the right side, on the elbow side, so this is basically heart 3, okay? And then you combine with left medial knee. If you palpate this area over here on the left medial knee, it's gonna be tender. So liver 8 is like, in my opinion, in the way that I use it, is a major detox point. So when I was in Sarasota, when was that? Last month, we were there, right? And I didn't talk much because I was like detoxing. Like I was like coughing. Like I said, I'm not sick. I'm just like this thing is just keep coming out, and I feel good, but it just keep coming out. But once it's out, it's basically clear you out. So this is perfect for those have thyroid problems. Okay, thyroid problem, any flame, any type of lump in the breast, any like things like lump in your uterus. This is a great point for detoxification. And I love these 2 combinations because AON basically like a good, lowering the cortisol, which is like address all these hormonal issues. And then glutathione is basically major detox. It's basically like, I call it the excavator. Okay, so this is the last one. So this is a special combination. So lung 7 kinesis. Lung 7 is basically on your wrist, like right there, between these 2 tendons on the thumb area. So right there. So don't overthink, just put it there, just put it right there. And then you combine with kidney 6, like below the medial ankle. So inside your ankle, there is like a bone, and then it's right behind that. I mean, at the below. And then you just put it the patches. So I love this combination 39 and 49, X39 and X49. So the reason why I like this combination, because it connects, it connects the uterus, the uterus, the kidney, the stomach, spleen, heart, and lung. So it connects this point combination address a big area instead of like on the specific area. So it basically like it goes to the uterus, it starts with the uterus, and then it goes to the kidney, and then it goes to the stomach, spleen, heart, and lungs. On all these organs are basically working it together so you can get better or you feel better. And then this combination, lung 7 and kidney 6, is mainly used to circulate the blood. Remember when we the brief explanation on the function of the heart is basically govern the blood vessels. So it helps circulate the blood and essence and body fluid, and it nourish and lubricate all the organs, not just the heart, the lung, the liver, the spleen, the stomach, the large intestine, the uterus, everybody inside there. So everybody gonna be happy if you just use this too. And one more thing, I didn't put it on the slide. This is like very important, but it's always overlooked. So in this medicine, okay, the uterus, physically, like the uterus physically is related to the heart through the, we call it the bowel line. So the bowel line. So basically the uterus is your second heart. So that's the reason, right? That's the reason why if somebody having difficulty on getting pregnant or keep getting miscarriage, they are encouraged by their GYN to seek acupuncture treatment to just calm their heart so they can get pregnant naturally or like make the IVF successful. So that's the second, that's for female. But for male, it's also known as the upper kidney. So basically, men that has problem with libido, unable to get up, okay, all these sexual function, it has to do with the heart. So you have to treat the heart so everybody can be happy. So I like this combination because the extra 49 basically like with the indication, it goes to the bones, stamina, and everything. It basically makes sense to put it on kidney 6 and lung 7 for X39. Thank you so much. I think that's all.
Thank you for bringing that to our patches and how these specific patches, and you mentioned 39, 49, Eon, and glutathione, how they directly impact the heart too. And I love that, with Dr. Mario talking, where my foundation is nutrition and healthy lifestyle as well. I feel like that was, a huge component, but then you're also saying another huge component of that is the love and the releasing of those toxic feelings that we harbor, right? And so that's very important to keep our heart healthy, is that we eat nutritious, we have a healthy lifestyle, we're moving, we're doing things for our body, and yet also we're nourishing our emotional side, right? Our mental side of our body, our heart. That's a huge component of that. So I just love the two of you guys together. It's like, oh, I'm so grateful.